Welcome! Today's Yoga for Tai Chi session is going to pull from the traditional Ashtanga primary series, which cultivates physical strength, flexibility, mental clarity, and inner peace through a specific sequence of postures synchronized with breath and movement. It's made to purify the body, calm the mind, and nurture the spirit, just like Tai Chi. We're going to pull certain movements from that series to create a great little mini session to help you feel your best and improve your Tai Chi practice. So let's get started. Let's start in our mountain pose. So this is our way to kind of bring awareness to how we're standing and what's going on with our body and our breath before we get moving. So bringing in that Tai Chi element of feet, shoulders width apart and perfectly straight. But from there, it's the same things in Tai Chi and yoga. So the knees are soft, the lower back is relaxed, the armpits are open, but we rotate those arms so that the palms face out and then the fingertips reach down towards the earth. Chest is sinking in that little bit, back rounded slightly, head lifting up and shoulders down. Feel that weight sinking down to your feet. Tune into your breath. This is that opportunity, almost like when we're in prepare, to notice where we're breathing. So we really want to try to bring the connection to our breath and try to fill the lungs fully. So that means the belly does rise or expand, but we want to think about filling the sides of the lungs and into the back as well. Maybe even close the eyes. And you just take a moment and you just notice what's going on with your body. Can you release any last bit of tension that you're holding through the neck and shoulders, even the face? Can you breathe a little bit deeper so your energy sinks down? Do a couple more breaths. We're going to coordinate the breath with the movement. So this is why it's really important to take just a moment before we get moving. Okay, on your next exhale, we'll release the arms down. So in traditional Ashtanga yoga, we have what we call as a sun salutation A and B. A is similar to what we've been doing, but we step back and we have a chaturanga, up dog and down dog. We're modifying, but sun salutation B includes that warrior one. So we're going to kind of include variations of both. And in the traditional set, we do 5 of each. We're going to do 3 for this sequence today. So I'm going to turn so you can see. We're going to inhale and we're going to start with our arms coming all the way up and we look up to the sky. We're going to exhale and hinge forward from the hips, folding forward and relax the head down. Then as we inhale, we're going to bring our hands to our shins with a nice flat back. We're going to look out. And then we're going to exhale and we're going to fold forward. On the next inhale, we're going to try to hit our flat back. Bring the arms out to the side, coming up overhead. And then we're going to bring the arms back down. So we're going to do 2 more of those. This is kind of warming up the body, bringing a little bit of energy. Follow your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Nice flat back on your next inhale. Exhale and lower down. Relax your head and let everything hang. And then inhaling, squeeze through the glutes, the hamstrings, and the belly, and come all the way up and then back down. Okay, ready? One more. You can always bend into the knees. Coming up with your breath. Fold on the exhales. Nice flat back on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. all the way up on your inhale. And then release. That's pretty easy, right? Okay, we're going to switch it up just a little bit. So in the sun salutation B, instead of just bringing the arms up and standing, we're going to sink down into a chair position. Then we're going to fold forward. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to lift up, and then we're going to fold again. And then we're going to inhale up, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to take one foot stepping back. And we're going to inhale up to a warrior. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to come back. And we're going to inhale, and we're going to do both sides, okay? So it's going to be a little bit more of a flow, but I really want you to follow your breath and just try to move with intention. And remember, the whole time we want to engage through our abs. This is going to help build strength through the whole body, okay? So we start towards the front of our mats or just in our space so that we can step back enough. Okay, we're going to inhale, and we're going to bend into our legs. Bring those arms up overhead. Then we're going to exhale, and we're going to straighten the legs, and we're going to fold forward. Nice flat back on your inhale. Coming up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, just come up. Hands to the front. Exhale, see if you can step back. We're going to inhale and bring those arms up. We're going to take a breath. We're going to pause, okay? So notice where your hips are and your feet. Next exhale, we're going to step forward and relax those arms down. So just adding an extra breath. Let's inhale and step back, lift the arms up, other side. So we're doing a smaller stance because we're stepping back. Take that exhale, release. Inhaling, lengthen. And we're going to exhale and step forward, arms come down. Inhale, arms up, bend into those legs. We're going to go exhale, and we're going to fold forward again. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, fold. You can bend into your knees. That might feel really good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step back. So challenging our balance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, settle in, sink those shoulders. Inhaling, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, push forward, reverse it, and down. Inhale, arms up. Step back. Exhale, settle in, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. One more time. You ready? Bending into the knees. Tuck that tailbone. Sink as low as feels good for you. Exhale, hinge forward, straightening your legs. Relax the head. Come up, flat back on your inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, settle in. Lengthen and push out of your feet on your inhale. Exhale, push forward, step forward, arms down. Inhale, switch your weight, step back. Exhale, settle in, relax the shoulders. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, arms down. One more forward fold. So we're just going to bring those arms up, Sinking in on our inhale. We're going to exhale and hinge forward. We're going to hit our flat back on our inhale. We're going to exhale and fold. And then we're going to come all the way up, arms to the side. See if maybe you can bend into your knees back to that chair pose. And then stand up and arms to the side. How did it feel for some sun salutation bees? So next, in the primary series, we move into some forward folds. So these are just forward folds like we were just doing, but we're going to hold them for a little bit longer. So we're going to work on that alignment, and we're going to really stretch maybe through the legs if we keep them straight, or the lower back if we want to bend the knees. It's going to be completely up to you, okay? So where do you want to take your practice? And this is going to be really great for your Tai Chi kicks, all right? So we're going to inhale and we're going to bring those arms up. And we're going to exhale and we're going to fold forward. And we're going to let everything hang down. Now, once you hinge forward, you could grab your hands to your elbows if that feels good. Another method, a traditional Ashtanga method, is taking your pointer and your middle finger and your thumb around your big toes. So you touch the thumb to those first two fingers as you fold forward, and your elbows go out to the side direction. And you hang your head down that little bit more. So the thing in forward folds is we really want to think about lifting our hips up to the sky, so we're getting that length through the lower back, and we're really letting our head hang down. We're going to take one more breath in this variation, and we'll release our hands first. So after your exhale, release your hands. Then we're inhaling, and we're going to do just like a sun salutation. Bring those arms out to the side. Get that strength element, and then come back down. Okay, so the next variation is a really interesting one. We're going to take our whole palm, and I do mean the whole palm, and we're going to put it underneath our foot. So you're probably going to have to bend into your knees, but I'm coming close because I want you to think and feel that your toes are going to be right here at your wrist. Okay, so we're going to put our foot under our hand like this, and our toes are going to go right here. Okay, this is going to change everything in how your body feels. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side to show you it's okay to bend into your knees. Okay, so from here we inhale up. This is always about lengthening, and then we exhale and we fold. Okay, now we're going to lift one foot, and we're going to bring that palm underneath so your toes touch your wrist. And then we're going to lift the other foot, and we're going to press on the other palm. Now, for some, this might be a little too intense with the weight on the feet. Feel free to immediately remove one palm and then the other. It is also really good for circulation and opening up energy pathways. It's also going to change where you feel that weight in your heels and how your lower back and your legs feel. So 2 more big breaths. Lengthen that lower back by lifting the hips. Let your head hang just a little bit more. Lift one foot, release the palm. Lift to the other foot, release the palm. Then again, use that little bit of strength to come all the way up on your next inhale. Exhaling, arms down. Next, we're going to do our triangle on both sides first, and then we're going to do what's called an extended side angle pose. Now, this is a great pose to have your blocks, or you could also place your forearm on your thigh. Somebody forgot to set up their blocks, so here we go. Ready now, okay? So one on each side of your mat because we're going to go from one side to the other, okay? So for our triangle pose, we want to make sure that we step out to a comfortable position. Traditional method is on one line so that the heels match up. That might not feel stable for you, Maybe you take it a little bit wider. Listen to your body. Make sure that that back foot is more pointed about corner direction. We want it to be so that our knees follow our foot direction, just like Tai Chi, same thing, okay? We're gonna reach our arms out. I want you to extend through and find balance first, okay? We're gonna hinge from our hips and we're gonna fold to whatever point we can keep our torso straight. So if you start folding and collapsing, that's not gonna work. We want a nice straight spine. We can always use our blocks here too. And maybe, doesn't feel great with that upper arm, so you let it hang behind your back. Triangle pose is a lot about turning from your torso and twisting open to the side. Now you can keep your head neutral. You could look down to the earth to relax the neck, or turn and look all the way to the sky. It's really up to you. The traditional method is heels on one line, look up to the sky, really turning through that torso and having that length through the spine, no matter how far you chose to fold forward. Now the hard part is how low you went and how can you get up with the strength piece of inhaling and coming up. Exhaling, release the arms. And we're gonna turn to the other side. So we rotate on our heels, and then we might shimmy that foot a little bit so that we have more balance or more width from side to side. And again, knees in line. We have that, if you're mirroring, left foot straight, back foot, corner direction, arms extend. Find that balance, that nice straight spine, and then hinge forward. Again, you could touch the knee, just don't put weight on it. You could touch the shin. You could grab a block. Maybe some days you're feeling good and you hit the floor. It's going to be all about how it feels, and there's always that option to relax the upper arm. So we don't have to keep that arm up, but if we do, we try to make one line from one arm through to the other. And again, look down if it feels good, or look up. Either way, make sure you're breathing. You've got a nice straight spine wherever you are. One more breath. And then inhaling up. Always on your inhale. Exhale, release your arms. And we're going to go to the other side for an extended side angle. So in the traditional method, it is one of the longest bow stances you have ever made in your life. So think Kung Fu stance, okay? Same requirements though, knee over the ankle. It's going to be a little bit more open, kind of like single whip, so it's really stretching through the hips here. Okay, foot is going to be a little bit more open than corner direction too. As long as your knee is in line with your foot, you're doing great, okay? First variation is bringing your forearm to your thigh and then taking that top arm overhead. Our goal is to kind of get one line from our fingertips through that side body all the way down to the leg. You could also take a block. You could put it on the inside, but the traditional method is on the outside. And you can go even lower. And again, it's that turning open of your torso here. So we don't want to collapse. We want to see, can you twist from the torso? And you can look towards your palm or just keep your head more neutral. It's completely up to you. All right, again, we inhale and we come up. So inhaling, straighten that front leg. Exhale, relax. And we're going to turn on the heels. Adjust that other foot, maybe bringing it out to the side of your mat. Settle in so that the knee is over the ankle. And again, choose your variation. Do you want to take the forearm to the thigh and then the arm overhead? So think one line, fingertips down the torso all the way down to that back heel. Or do you want to take that block? A little bit more rotation when we take the block to the outside. That's why this forearm variation is really great. But we want to lengthen and extend and almost have like a little bit of engagement through all of our muscles. right. Then again on our next inhale, we come up. Back arm comes back, turn on those heels. Okay, we're back to a wide leg forward fold. So this means both feet are on one line, like a plank, but we're gonna turn our toes in towards the center. Now, once we fold forward, you could grab your elbows again. You could put your hands to the floor, kind of in line with your feet if it's possible. Find something that's going to be comfortable, but we want to notice the rotation from our hips here. So you could put your hands on your hips or you can lift your arms up, but I feel like this does help bring your intention to what's going on at the rotation of the hips. So inhaling, lengthen through the chest, lift up. Exhaling, hinge forward. Feel that rotation. And then once you get to the point, start relaxing down, release the arms, and bring the hands down to the earth. Or grab your elbows. If the palms are on the earth, elbows are going to go back. Take a couple of breaths. Notice how this really changes where you're stretching through your legs. So it's more the inside of the legs now, and it changes the lower back, changes everything just a little bit. Right, we're going to do two parts and coming up. So we're going to bring our hands to our hips first on an exhale. And then inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Exhale, release. Okay, we're going to do one more triangle variation. So we're going to switch it up. This triangle variation is either going to be a folded one or you could try a twisted one, which is pretty advanced. But I want you to feel the difference. So again, we're going to line up so that we have the front foot straight and that back foot's going to be a little bit towards that corner or a little bit more because we're going to fold this time. So we want our hips a little bit more towards the forward direction. These are great things for our Tai Chi kicks, I promise, okay? So we're going to inhale, we're going to lengthen, and then we're going to exhale and we're going to fold forward towards that leg. Now notice right away how much you have to engage through your core to keep yourself in this position. Now if you want to pause for a minute to look, come up on an inhale. For a twisted triangle, I would say take a block. You bring it to the inside of your foot and you take your opposite arm. So you have your front leg, take the opposite arm, put it on the block. And then you turn open to the other side and you reach towards the sky. So your whole body is twisted. But again, this forward fold is more than enough. Okay, and then we inhale and we come up. Okay, let's do the other side. Ready? So our last big fold, and then we're going to do some balance poses. So setting up your legs, front foot is straight, back foot's definitely 45 degrees, maybe a little bit inside just so that everything is more towards the front. Let's lengthen and then fold. Notice where the weight is in your feet. Relax your head down. How do your legs feel? And then there's always that option with the block and lifting up, turning towards the sky. One more breath. Then we inhale up. We're going to come back to center. We're going to take one forward fold with those feet about shoulders width apart. Even out the body from side to side. Always exhaling on your fold. Relax head, neck, and shoulders. Let everything hang. And then it's your choice. You can slowly roll up. I always like that last little bit of strength piece with the inhale coming all the way up. Exhale, release. It's your choice. So we're going to do those balancing pigeon poses for our hips. Also great for our Tai Chi. Okay, so I was really prepared today. Straps are our friends, okay? Remember, this is all about balance too. We can do this lying down on our backs. We could do this lying on our bellies. We're doing a standing class, yoga for Tai Chi. If you don't have a strap, grab your belt. It also works too. You could also just balance. So we're going to start on our right leg. I'm mirroring you, okay? We're going to find our balance first with our foot straight. This is a little bit different. We can take our strap behind our knee, okay? We're going to bring it together so then we can grab it with one hand so then our right hand could hold onto something potentially, okay? And we're going to lift up. Just like Tai Chi, the toe's going to point down, but we're not going to use intention like Tai Chi because we want to relax so that we can pull up as high as feels good. Maybe you don't need the strap and you can use your hands and you can pull up, or you can use one hand as you hold on to something. But we try to keep our hips level. We try to relax the shoulders down. This is a big hip opener here. And when we lay down and do this, with the weight on our shin and our leg, it's even more intense. So we hold and we try to settle in. We try to relax our standing foot, relax that foot that's hanging too. And then we go to the open to the side. So we're just going to open it up. Now you could just pull your strap, you could just use your left hand, but we're going to open to the side and we're going to see how our balance is. It does help if you push out to the side. But again, feet are relaxed. The higher you pull up, the more you feel it in the hips. Then we come back. Okay, and we pull up again. Now if we have a strap, we're going to let it go because we're going to do one more strength piece. We're going to straighten that leg and we're going to hold it. Point the toes. See how high you can hold it for one more breath. Ready? Release. Okay, now we shift to the left. We pick that strap up. If we threw it to the floor, bring it underneath the right leg this time, okay? Make sure you grab it with the right hand. Again, you could hold on to something. You could use both hands to intensify it, but we're pulling the knee towards the chest. Foot is relaxed. Yes, the toes are kind of hanging down, but it's relaxed. It's not that Tai Chi pointing. Hips are level. We don't want to lift up and lean. That's going to throw your balance off. Okay. Now we got to go to the other side. So right hand only, pulls up, and then goes out to that right side. So it's a big opening up of the hips here. Yes, it's challenging for me too. All right, let's come back. Back to center, pull it up again. And then we're going to straighten that leg and we're going to see, can we hold for a breath or two? So point the toes. See how much strength you have. It might not be this high. It could be closer to the ground. It does not matter. Release. Shake out the legs. Okay. Give the legs a little rub. We did a lot of work through the legs, so just kind of push that energy down a little bit. Then take the hands all the way down to the feet and then up the inner thighs. So we're going to exhale and we're going to push down the outside of the legs. Inhale, come up the inner thigh one more time. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take a couple of breaths. We're going to inhale. This time we're going to bring the arms up, but we're going to bring the palms together and we're going to drop them down in front of the heart. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Bring that intention inward. What has changed? Are you more aware of the weight in your feet? Do your legs feel a little bit stronger? How's your breath? How are the hips feeling? Can you release the face, the neck, and the shoulders just a little bit more? And we end each practice by thanking ourselves for creating that time for our practice today. But we also thank our bodies for the ability to move in whatever way we can, knowing that we did our best. And I thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you did, click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends and family so that they can feel their best too. Remember to share it with your Tai Chi friends so that they can benefit from a little bit of yoga too. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again soon.